album discipline. It's something I've been thinking about for a while these past couple of weeks, just the idea of listening to an album, project, EP in the order all the way through one sitting the way the artist intended, right? I think with the whole streaming era, we've been so accustomed to putting our favorite songs off of a project in the playlist, which is not a bad thing at all. That's that's the joy of being able to have all the music and have it readily accessible. But I think there's something really, really special about listening to an entire project in its entirety to tell the full picture, right? We can go back to the inception of iTunes. That was January 2001, I believe, when Steve Jobs got on stage and was like, this is your digital jukebox, right? Essentially coined the playlist era of being like, hey, we're gonna allow you to rip songs off of CDs you already own, put it on your computer, change the order of any songs that you want, make your own custom playlist, and eventually they released the iPod, the original iPod alongside it, put it on your iPad, take it to the gym, take it to the car, all that good stuff. The music in the order that you want. And of course, 2 years later in 2003, the iTunes store gets released, where Apple goes to the labels and we're like, hey, we want to sell your entire catalog for $129 a song, 11 bucks an album. You're going to get this percentage. It's going to be the largest digital music marketplace in the world, right? And of course, we know what happened. The labels agreed, and iTunes blew up and became this whole thing. Along with the release of the iPod, right? And then we get into streaming. Playlisting becomes even more extreme, where it's like you don't even have to buy the song itself. You pay a subscription, you get basically every song ever made. You put it in your own playlist by yourselves, or it can be generated by the actual streaming service itself. And that's what we've been accustomed to. And of course, as independent artists, we've always been told that singles are the way to keep momentum. You can build hype over a long period of time, and then you can grow into an EP or an album if you want to. Singles, at the end of the day, are the best thing you can do to keep that forward momentum going and to always have something new to offer your growing fan base, right? But I think there's something special going back and listening to your favorite artist. Mine happens to be Coldplay. I love Coldplay. Albums like X and Y, Rush of Blood to the Head, Viva La Vida, Adventures of a Lifetime. Those records are kind of meant to be listened all the way through. I mean, they're just such fantastic songs on their own, but I think in the order that Coldplay intended them on being in, and listening to it in one cohesive experience, I think gives a better picture of what they were trying to say as an album as a whole, right? More story-based albums like American Idiot by Green Day. That has all the awesome transitions, and all the songs themselves are incredible. But as a full project, I think it's safe to say that American Idiot as a project is a better experience than listening to those songs individually. And just recently, the other day, I was listening to Kid A by Radiohead, listened to it top to bottom, and I was floored. It's a fantastic record. I'm a huge fan of it. And nothing wrong with putting your songs in a playlist, but I think we can lean more into listening to projects cohesively in the order that was intended by the artist. I think there's something really special about that, listening to a body of work in one sitting. I want to see what the whole story is, the bigger picture, right? But just listening to it and getting through it and really just contextualizing what they're trying to say as an entire experience, I think is just a better way to do it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I've just put my mind for a little bit. I'm just curious to see what you guys think out there. At the end of the day, I'm just yapping. I just think it's really, really cool just to think about stuff like that. But anyways, I will see you guys very, very soon. Peace.